Shut up and sit down.
Welcome, everybody, to a wonderful new episode of Third Shift. This is indeed episode 131, and as always, I am one of your hosts, the glorious Mr. Eric. With me, as always, is the inglorious bastard himself, Mr. Matt. Well, Matt,
hey.
Oh, indeed. It's a good day to be a Gearbox fan, right?
You almost did it. I almost had to just throw the mic stand across the room. No, we do not go in for pre-recorded statements on this show, damn it.
Oh, man, dang it. Well, before we get into what's going on in the Gearbox world and everything else, hey, man, how was your week this week?
I feel like it was actually a pretty good week, but I also feel like nothing happened, and because I was writing down my show notes, and I was like, what did I do this week? I don't remember anything. But one thing I did do this week is I went to the MSU Theater production of Oklahoma, the classic musical, and it was weird going into it because it was like all the pub I'd seen for it. It's like, hey, it's at the Fairchild Theater, and I was like, where is that? I've never been there in my entire life. You know, I know the Wharton Center, that they got the Passant Theater in there. I know the MSU Auditorium. Never once in my life heard of the Fairchild Theater. So looked it up on Google. It's actually like the back half or back third of the MSU Auditorium. So same building. You just go in the back entrance. And I went in there, and it was super nice. Like, it's got, the red theater seats, but it's all like shiny, beautiful wood and like big, red sound foam on the sides. It looks, I didn't know what I was expecting going in, because I've seen Oklahoma like at the Wharton Center, full on production of it. And obviously I've seen the movie a ton of times. So I'm like, what am I going to see? Is it going to be like, I've never been to an MSU theater performance. Like, is it going to be like community theater, like high school, like what? But the theater itself was super nice, and then the production itself was, I would say it was just short of like a full-on theater production of it. I was really impressed. Like, I mean, the sets weren't like overly elaborate or anything, but everybody was awesome. Singing, acting, dancing. Like, if anybody's seen the musical, there's a dream sequence, and it's a huge like dance number, and it's all like ballet dancers and stuff. And they had ballet people in there, some MSU ballet, or like outside of the university ballet was in there too. Full on production of Oklahoma. I was really impressed. Like I said, awesome singing. The girl who played Ado Annie, who is if you've seen the musical, it's a very unique character. She was spot on. Probably the best one I've ever seen. I mean, I haven't seen the movie in a little while, so maybe that one's the gold standard. But she was outstanding. Like, she's such a weird, goofy character with a very unique voice. Her voice was perfect, and she hit all the mannerisms and the facial expressions and everything. And I was in like the second row, and what was really cool is, they got the stage, and then there's like a pit in the middle for the orchestra. It's like underneath, and there's like netting over it, so if anybody actually fell in, they'd be safe. And then there was like a little lip around the stage, the very edge of the stage. They have the whole stage back in there, and then there were some scenes where characters would come out, like if they were in the movie, they'd be like strolling through the fields or something. They'd come out and just walk that lip of the stage. So it's like, they're right there, like right there. And it was cool. You could see like every little, facial tick and every expression as they're saying it. It was really cool, and it was a great show. So I would recommend anybody in the greater Lansing area, if you want to see some good performances, check out the MSU Theater Department, because they do awesome stuff. It was really, really good.
Fantastic. Yeah, I've seen a couple shows, because sometimes the Wharton Center will, put them in their little rotation there and advertise for them as well. But I've always, before you went and saw this, was like, well, is that kind of like community theater? Is it up quality, or is it just students trying to learn how to do this, or what am I going to get out of this? Because the prices sometimes are almost as expensive as Wharton Center stuff. So I was like, I don't know. I always passed, even though there's some performances I would have liked to go with, like Amanda, and check out, but never did. So now maybe I will.
Yeah, that one was phenomenal. And the other cool thing was, months back at the Williamston Theater, they did the Giving Tuesday reading of a bunch of plays. And one of the actresses who was there for that, I didn't ever catch her name, but they were like, yeah, she's an MSU theater student. And she was great there. She was actually in kind of the chorus here, like dancing and singing. And I was like, holy crap, I know that girl. And I was like, what's your name? I don't know, but she was at Williamston Theater. I know that girl. I don't know. It was cool, and it was like you could see like the star potential that she had because she was great there, and then to see her moving around on stage, like your eye caught her as she was doing stuff. So I don't know. If I ever figure out who that is, hey, take a look out for her in the theater scene because she was actually really good. But then the other things I've been doing is Monday I was sick, so I had the day off, and I sat here and I watched Frasier like all day, and it was great because I mean, obviously anyone who listens to the show knows I love Frasier, but like the second to last season, the first few episodes, there was like this dip, and I was like, oh no, this is where it's going to happen. It's like it's going to slowly go down, and then it's going to end, and I went, oh, don't do it. But there were like 4 or 5 episodes where it started dipping, and then it started coming back. And this last season, all the episodes have been on fire. Like actual, like I've described before, silly situations with these kind of silly characters. But then because they're actual characters who are like realistic people, they can actually have dramatic moments and like impactful storylines happen to them. And I was like, and it started shooting back up the end of that season, start of this final season. I was like, yes, whoever it was that started off the show so well is back here, or that feeling's back. So that was a lot of fun. Being sick wasn't fun, but hanging around watching Frasier all day was freaking fun. That was great. And the other thing I've been doing that's fun and great and is the highlight of my day anytime that I do it, playing Thronebreaker because the patch came through. It's playable, it's beautiful, it's magical. I get on stream and I have a blast. Even when I screw up the puzzle battles, it doesn't matter because once I finally figure it out and I get that aha moment, it's the best feeling in the whole world. The weird thing I noticed, and I thought about it before I started playing on the stream, and I went, I can't say it on stream because then I'll break it, is every time it's a battle with like soldiers and humans and like human ability cards, it takes me a few tries to get it right. But like anytime it's a monster battle, I f***ing kill those dudes first try. I don't even know why, because it's like the Manticore battle that I just did.
You just did, yeah.
He had all these segments, and each segment had its own ability, but somehow you just pick up on it right away and rolling, boom, got it first try. And you feel like a freaking king when you do it first try. It's so good. I love that game so much. I just met the coolest character, Sir Ake. That dude is a badass. He's just ridiculous. He's got a big old long handlebar mustache, and he quotes the good book. He puts his hand on his heart, and he waggles his finger in the air. Oh, beautiful. God, he's so good. He's the best. So I'm having so much fun with that. I was very sad today when I was playing it, and I was like, what's my phone doing? What's this? Oh, it's work. Oh, send updated stuff to people. Oh. It sucks being a boss, man. Sucks.
And then you were gone, and that was the end of that.
But at least I ended it on a high note with that Manticore first go.
Exactly.
Puzzle battle. So that was fun. I've been having a lot of fun this week with various things. I want to get more into Thronebreaker. I just want to play that all the time. And I can't play it all the time, but I want to. So that's been my week. What about you, Eric?
Well, we're going to start off a little ways back because 2 weeks ago I forgot to mention that I went and saw Battle Angel Alita. All right?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I went and saw that, and I was impressed. I went in thinking, okay, it's going to be some action, going to be some CG that's amusing, and that's going to be pretty much it. It was going to be like that Peter Jackson movie that I just recently went and saw.
Oh, yeah, Immortal
Engines. Where I was like, okay, it's going to be an empty shell of just fun things to look at and walk away. But I was pleasantly surprised. It was actually really cool. I liked the characters. I liked Ego and everybody. Mm-hmm. The only character I didn't like was, I think, Hugo is the boyfriend guy, the boyfriend character. Okay. And it wasn't because I didn't like him because he did bad acting. I didn't like him because he was just an idiot. But, of course, he was a 16, 17-year-old idiot. So most kids these days are idiots. Well, they were back then, too. Kids have always been idiots. That's the nature of things. Kids are idiots.
No, we weren't idiots, though. We were cool.
I was a smart idiot, however you want to pose that.
You're idiot savants.
I did stupid things but I knew what I was doing when I did it.
Yeah.
In this case, he's just a 16-year-old dumb who doesn't think anything through and does a lot of dumb things. So, of course, you're like, oh, my God, are you really going to be stupid again? Yep. Okay. Yep. Are you going to be stupid again? Yep. Of course you're going to be stupid again. This is great.
Here's the dopey character that's going to get him in trouble
Yeah, exactly. And Alita was really cool because, they woke her up. She had no memories. She kind of, just booted right into being, a 16, 17-year-old type character. But then she started to remember, her battle abilities, da-da-da-da-da, and go on. So, but she had, this wide-eyed, bright-eyed, just optimistic look, People are good in general. This is all going to be great. And it felt right. It just felt like, okay, I get that. She wakes up, dude saved her. He's all nice to her, and she's like, thanks, you're the best. And he's like, no problem. And so she's just instantly optimistic, thinking people are helpful. And she went on like that.
Yeah.
And learned, of course, that that's not the case in general. And bad things go on, fun things, etc. But CG wonderful, the music was fine, the acting was pretty darn good stuff. And it ended with that. This is a definitive, just part one. There is definitely the story is not even close to being done. It just got started, kind of feel. So I hope that it did well in the box office. I haven't heard any word or actually really looked it up, to be honest, but I don't know. I hope it does well. I hope it did well. Because I would love to see them go ahead and continue the series and get a part 2 out in the next couple years. But we'll see. I don't know. So that's the only movie I've seen lately.
Okay, because that was one of those ones that was always on that iffy list. I've seen a couple trailers of it, and I was like, it looks weird. To my eyes, it looks weird. But then I hear people saying it's good and fun. And I was like, well, maybe if I got like a free day. But my free day was my sick day, so,
if you do get a chance, I'd recommend maybe go see it the Grand Ledge Theater or something like that, because it was a good time. It was worth watching. I mean, heck, it's one of those ones if someone got me there, I'd sit and watch it again. So it's good enough to go see a second time, so.
Nice.
There you go. That's my stamp of approval. Ka-chow! Would see time 2. And if you know me, I don't typically watch movies more than once ever, so there you go. Beyond that, work, gaming. I'll talk about the gaming portion in a second. But this last weekend, I went with the family. Well, actually, it wasn't this last weekend. It was Tuesday. I took a day off work, and I went skiing with the family. Took the father-in-law and the family out skiing. We got the little girls on the bunny hill. Started teaching them how to ski, and had a great time with that. But I'll tell you this, man. I never do well in the skis because of the boots. The way they force you to lean forward. Because, of course, people are idiots and won't naturally do it, so they end up flying and killing themselves. So now the boots are designed to where you're just leaning forward no matter what you do. So I'm walking on my shins, you know what I mean? I'm putting weight and pressure on my shins. And, of course, with the girls, I'm helping them move. I'm helping them get this. I'm helping steer them down the hills. Hours of that. And, wow, man, I've got black and blue shins, to say the least. So, on top of the black and blue shins, which is totally worth it.
I ain't going skiing with you, dude. No, not happening.
Well, you wouldn't get black and blue shins. It's only if you're just constantly trudging around. If you just go if it was just us adults going, it's a lot different because you get to the lift, you sit on a lift, you do nothing. You just sit on a lift, you go to the top of the hill, and then you get off and you slide down. You're not, there's no clunk, 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 clunk. There's none of that going on until you got to go to the lodge, and then you take them off and clunk around. Minimal clunking equals mild aggravation.
That goes for all walks of life. Minimal clunking is mild aggravation.
Training your daughters how to ski, lots of aggravation. So, totally worth it. They have a great time. They love it. But it hurts like hell. And then, unfortunately, it's been, we went last year once, and then before that was a couple years before we went. Basically, it's very intermittent that we do it. We want to pick it up more, but it's expensive, and obviously time flies by in the winter. You know how it goes.
Yep.
So I get on the hill the first time down, go straight down on the side, no problem, no issues. Second time up, I'm like, all right, let's actually go down with the father-in-law. We'll go down and do some cool stuff. Well, he's in front of me on a snowboard, and he keeps hard stopping and shifting. Nah. And on skis, you can't hard stop like you can on a snowboard. So, obviously, I catch up quick, and he hard shifts again when I thought I was going to go right, and then he hard shifts to the right. So I have to try to hard shift to the left so I don't crash into him or, whatever, possibly crash into him.
Yeah.
I almost get back under control, but not quite. So I felt everything going bad, and I went, God dang it. So I kind of shifted back a little bit because I didn't, you never want to go head first. Never go head first unless you want to kill yourself. And sure enough, brah, I roll about 15 feet down this hill. And remember, this isn't snow. This is the ice shavings because there's no snow right now. So there's no softener. There's nothing there. I'm not wearing snow suits and pants. You know me. I'm in my blue jeans and my coat.
God damn it.
so I'm just like, bam, 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 bam. Skis fly off, poles go flying, my hat flies off, my glasses are flying. I get up, I'm like, damn it. This is the first, now mind you, this is the first time I've wiped out in probably 8-10 years. I'm pretty decent at skiing, so it's not like I'm an idiot and fall down or do any of that anymore. That's olden days right there.
Yeah.
But I've realized something. And like I said, it's been 8-10 years since I've fallen down like that, on a ski trip. And
You're an older man
just
now.
like the apple tree event that I talked to you guys about last summer. I've learned that falling down when you get older is not fun anymore.
That's why it gets dangerous the more older you get.
Yeah, so needless to say, my sides are killing me right now. My legs are killing me. I'm just like, dig it, man. Why do I got to pay for all the fun things I do?
Now that's 2 weeks that I've discovered things via text message from you. Because I texted you something on Tuesday, and you went, I haven't had service, been on the slopes all day. Oh, that dude's been skiing. Text from you today, still can't breathe too well, but I did this workout here. Like, can't breathe too well? What the fuck is he talking about? Oh, now I know.
Yeah,
Johnny Bruisathon over here.
Busted everything up. Doesn't feel good.
Oh, Jesus.
So it was so bad, it looked so bad apparently, that the ski patrol rescue team came down. Are you all right? What's going on? I'm like,
awesome.
I'm fine. I just need my stuff, and this lady helps me get it. And then there's a ski patrol guy on the lift. He goes, at least you didn't lose your pants, dude. And I'm just like, screw you, buddy. I hate you all. I just want my stuff.
It's like a perfect scene from like an 80s movie.
Exactly.
You see the dude just like on his knee. At least you didn't lose your pants, bro.
With his cool goggles, and his beanie hat. And I was like, and Brian's at the bottom of the hill pointing up, laughing, of course. I'm just like, I hate all of you right now. Just give me my stuff. Go back down the dumb hill. I don't care.
Awesome.
It was glorious. So overall, fun time. We had a nice lunch there. Got some hot cocos and coffees. Did fun. I had a fun time. And then to boot, being a veteran, I got my lift tickets for free. So paid half the price. We thought we were gonna pay. Boom! Bonus. Good times.
Well, see, now you can go twice as often.
Exactly. That's exactly what Brian was saying. The father-in-law, he was like, "Oh man, we need to just start doing this way more often. If I ain't paying for lift tickets, man, I could float you once here and there, and we need to get out here a lot." And I was like, I concur. Tell Amanda. You tell Amanda. So it was fun. Enjoyed it. Now, besides that, I've been playing Anthem. And oh boy, man, I'm going to talk about this more on, I don't know, IG2G maybe, here maybe, I don't know where. But suffice to say, I enjoy this game. I'm having a lot of fun with Anthem. I love the leveling up process. I love flying around. The missions are enjoyable. The characters are fun. They've got cool little backstories. The only downside right now is the loot system's being figured out, so it's a little wonky, but they've already addressed that they're fixing it today or tomorrow. Since I didn't hear anything today, I'm assuming it's tomorrow at this point. But they're fixing it, so that's going to be up and running. They've got upcoming stuff, for all planned out for March, and then in April and May, so there's new content coming.
Oh, yeah, I saw the roadmap get released a little while ago, yep.
And yeah, sure, like some of the stuff isn't that big. Like there's some events, and I'm sure it's probably like, 3-4 hours, you'll probably have them finished. But still, whatever, I mean...
It's something.
It's
stuff. 3 to 4 hours you didn't have before.
Yeah, and exactly. And then in early April, they've got a new Stronghold coming. There's 3 already out. And then in May, I think it is, when the Cataclysm come, which is their big thing. I think it's pretty fair. I personally feel like things are coming out at a good rate. They're kind of getting a feel for what people want and what people need. And a lot of the voices you hear are those individuals who their lifestyle is playing video games. That's what they do.
Yeah.
So it's the same story you hear every time a game comes out. The individuals who do nothing but play games 24 hours a day, beat the game, smash the game, get everything in the game, and go, y'all don't have content. What's going on here? Well, how many hours did you put in? I've got 120 hours in. Okay, you're an insane person who's done nothing but play our game for 5 days straight. We can't build to that. So
you got 2 hours of fun for every dollar you spent on this game. That's
more than enough. And for your average gamer, a la me, I haven't even got to level 30 yet. I haven't even capped out yet. So here I am, still having a great time, still having a blast with it, still getting little story side missions done with characters and having fun interactions. I haven't even done the other 2 strongholds. I love it. I'm having a great time. I can see where the loot system was messed up because I've played enough of these games to know how it's supposed to feel. But like I said, it's getting fixed. Give them a chance, they'll fix it. Yeah, it should have been fixed in the first place. Sure, who cares? Whatever. I enjoy it.
And at least it's getting fixed now.
Yeah. Early on.
Look, here's the first thing we're fixing is the loot system.
Yep.
Perfect.
Boom, done. There you go. Now at least you'll all be happy while you're getting your loot, and you'll get the affixes you want to make your builds that you're looking for, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
So enjoyable game. I recommend it to everybody. It's worth the $60 easily. You're gonna get 20 plus hours of entertainment and fun and story. And sure, is it as deep as like Mass Effect story? No. But that's not what it was going to be. Anybody who thought that was a silly banana. This is their games as a service meets Mass Effect. Yeah. That should have told you day one you weren't going to get this PvE one-player experience of just Mass Effectness full on. But do you get a good, solid chunk of Mass Effect type story? You sure do. And there's more to come because the story really just gets kicking off as you finish the campaign. So that tells you right there that this is a game intended to last for a long time and that they intend to keep building on it and creating new stories. And you're in one little city this entire time, Fort Tarsus. They mention at least 7 or 8 other cities throughout the course of this campaign, which all of them have their own, people in it, different types of people, different factions, etc., etc. Meaning, hey, guess what, guys? If you stick to it and this is profitable, guess what, guys? We need to head over to the Mudvayne place. You're going to take your Strider over there, and here's a whole new continent or a whole new area to explore, a whole new city, whole new set of people to get, rep with, etc., etc. This game has legs. It can last as long as people just, get the whirlwind out that has been going around of just trying to hate on it, or the EA part. Get rid of that. Get rid of the garbage. Just check out the game and enjoy it for what it is. And I think the value's there. So that's what I'll say for now. Obviously, as I get to level 30 and beat the campaign, I'll say more on what's going on, and I'll do like a nice deep dive on it. But until then, that's it. That's been my week. That's what we've been up to. And by gods, it was jolly.
And one more thing we've been up to as a team this week is another thing that is worth the value. Is another thing that is worth the money, and that was What You Play in Third Shift. You and I got that, so that's definitely worth the money. We're talking about all the games we've been playing in even more depth than we went into right here. So that's a lot of fun. I think What You Play in Third Shift is available for the $3 tier on the Patreon, which you'll hear about more later in the episode. And then you get the Shifted Monthly Topic for only $5, so that's 2 more shows a month for your hard-earned dollars, and we always have fun doing those. I do anyway.
Oh, I enjoy them. I mean, it's easy peasy lemon squeezy, man. Talk about some fun stuff, have a good time, shoot a couple of rounds off of your Glock, and away you go.
Pull out one of my swords and start hacking up these things that I'm donating to Goodwill. Screw you, bag of clothes. Whack,
not going anywhere. You turn to confetti in the house.
Put you in a compost machine or something. I don't know.
That's what I'm talking about.
But we did that this week. Coming up next week, or this week, however you want to think about it, it's IG2G episode 48. We're going to have all kinds of good releases and a cool topic for y'all.
Oh, yeah, I cannot wait. There's been several good games released, and I've already got some topics floating around, so Guaranteed a glorious time. So make sure you tune in.
And another thing that's a guaranteed glorious time is when you look on the internet and you find a cool code and you put that into another product that you own and it gives you free loot. What the fuck am I talking about? It's shift codes for golden keys in Borderlands, the pre-sequel. So hit up the Twitter, the Reddit, the forums, the Instagram. Hit up your preferred shift code provider and get yourself some free loot.
Man, you say the pre-sequel, and I just think back and go, I miss all them weird Australian jokes that I never really got. You know? Mm-hmm. God bless. That was a good game. Got a bad rap. Didn't have all the legendaries it should have had. But you know what? It was a good game. I miss it.
It had cryo and butt slams. Those were
fantastic.
I love both of those things.
Yeah. And the Claptastic Voyage, at the end there. Woo. Mm-hmm. Just gold. Gold. So get your codes and get in there and maybe do the Claptastic Voyage because you know what? It'll be fun and you'll like it.
Absolutely. Yes, it will. And then I think that pretty much wraps it up for Gearbox news. Oh, no, it doesn't. Oh, my goodness.
No, it doesn't,
big, super hot news coming out today. The PAX East panel list was released. What does that mean, Matt? Gearbox doesn't do anything. Oh, man, on Thursday, there's the date. It's written in big letters in front of my face.
3/28, Matt. 3/28, 2019 from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., whatever time, probably Eastern time since we're on the East Coast Eastern, with PAX East. Yeah. But you never know. Everybody wants to cater to frickin' West Coast. Screw you, West Coast. East Coast is the best coast. That's what I say. So there you go.
But also screw those guys because Midwest is the best because that actually rhymes.
Yeah,
so
that's
Midwest
true.
is best.
I don't know. I
don't care about the coast, but I like the time zone. Yeah, the time zone is
I like
the
the time
best
zone. You're right. But I don't like the Midwest time zone. It always boggles me because there's two. It's like 1 hour and then 2 hours. Like one state, it's all weird. Yeah, it makes
Indiana
no sense.
gets its own time zone. Why does that trash state get its own?
I don't understand. There's a couple states I think that now have their own time zones because they don't go by the stupid time shift that farmers and students love or whatever.
I'm pretty sure Arizona does. So I was on my own wacky time zone for a week and a half out there.
Yeah, just ridiculous. But that's not what we're talking about.
No, this is the time zone discussion. Anything else, throw your show notes away. That's it. No, the time zones. Are they weird or are they cool?
Oh, gosh. Oh, man.
Next week is sales tax. Which states don't have sales tax, and why should you move there?
Why should you go there? Well, you know what? Let me tell you, Matt. Gearbox is going to be at PAX East. We already knew this, but there you go. Now it's 100% their main stage, 3/28, 2 to 3 p.m.
Yep.
And they've all posted. Randy Pitchford himself. Everybody else has been up on there going, oh, yeah, we're going to be there. A whole bunch of us are going to be there. It's going to be a great time. And the official generic statement is, this is your opportunity to get a behind-the-scenes look at Gearbox Software and Gearbox Publishing, along with the latest news and updates from the makers of Borderlands, Battleborn, Brothers in Arms, and more. We will have never-before-seen reveals, exclusives, and surprises, so don't miss out. Do not get excited, my people, because this is the generic statement that they've put on everything that they've ever attended in the last 3 years or so that we've been covering this stuff, and they have not revealed exciting new things.
Wait, no, that's a lie. They did reveal Bulletstorm, which became exciting.
Sometimes
it wasn't that exciting at the time, but it was exciting.
It was actually exciting because Bulletstorm was awesome. But some things, the things you think they're going to announce, are not the things that they announce.
Yeah. It wasn't this hand motion exciting.
It
was this exciting.
Yes.
It wasn't like boo. Yeah.
So of course the internet's gone wild. This is the time. This is the moment. Randy Jr. or AKA Randy from the future, whatever he is.
Cable Randy with the technovirus.
Oh, yeah. He posted up a video. If you want to go check it out, please do, because he seems to have some kind of connection. Maybe. Who knows? All will be proven right or wrong soon, I'm sure. But he says it's a for sure. We're going to be seeing Borderlands 3 at PAX East. It's a done deal. He went in to explain some of the vehicles we're going to see. He went on to explain the verticality of the new area and how we're going to be the new Pandora is going to be a spaceship. One of the I forget. You need to check out his video if you want to get the deets, because he goes in and goes all the way through it. But anyways, it's going to be a spaceship, and you're going to fly from area to area, planet to planet, via this new hub the spaceship, and there'll be obviously NPCs with you, and that's how you're going to get around. And then once you're on the ground, he details some other stuff. Go check out his video, because whether he's right or wrong, it's entertaining, it's fun. We're going to find out pretty soon. But I still say, be skeptical, my peoples. Be skeptical, because you know what? Project 1v1 hasn't been talked about. That could be.
You stole my thunder.
No, I did. I wanted to. I did it on purpose.
You bastard.
I wanted to just eat it right out of your hand. Ow. Yeah, I know, Matt. I know what you're going to say. It's going to be Project 1v1, and then Gearbox Publishing is going to have a couple interesting things up the alley.
Yeah.
My only thing is, I do wonder, is that we saw Gearbox Quebec pipe up too today, quite a few times, about the whole PAX East panel, da-da-da-da-da. So maybe we'll finally see Brothers in Arms. Maybe that's the big one. Maybe Brothers in Arms and Project 1v1, and then some Gearbox Publishing stuff. I don't know.
I've said it for every single show we've covered and speculated on. I would take Brothers in Arms. I would 100% take it. But the Gearbox Quebec piping up does nothing for me, because like every 2 months they say, hey, look, we're in need of people to hire.
That's true. We're hiring for this and this and this and this.
I'm like, well, you go through like a hiring phase and then you work on stuff, right? Like, you're always hiring, so it puts me, it just puts me off. Maybe they're just hiring because they're working on so many good things, so they can't wait to announce all the things. But it just puts me in that, like, if you keep hiring people, is it like you gotta get your team and then work straight for a long time on that thing. So I don't know. I would take it, but I've been burned too many times. Man.
Well, you know what's really going to happen. It's going to be some magic tricks. There's going to be some skits, and then that's gonna be a wrap.
And Project 1v1, guys. Remember when we talked about this? Here it is. Boom, boom. They'll have like a big one that shoots up like in fire, and then a big old one that's like made out of ice, and they'll be like, and Randy will stand there with like, he'll do this. He'll make a V with his body in the middle.
Yeah. Oh
That's
yeah, and that cool shirt, and he'll be just it'll be glorious. Yep, and the tag on the back, because he'll do the trick. He's gonna do the trick. It's gonna be glorious. It's gonna be the best.
You know what? I want to see the trick. I'm saying it right now. I'm not gonna say why, because we can't say it. But I want to see that magic trick again. I got to see it.
That would be nice. It would be great. It would be great.
And then see, I'll dial it back to the Randy Pitchford and the Submotto thing for half a second, because this further proves that Randy Pitchford is Submotto, or they're like twins. Maybe Submotto's like the basket case thing that goes out of his side. Because if you just said, Submotto says, yes, Borderlands 3 is here. Here's all the stuff we're gonna talk about. We're gonna see. And Randy Pitchford, who is the king of teases and hype and ho ho lol trolley teases. I'm going to read his tweet verbatim, because it was so boring that I went, he's heard the show. He's heard me say that he teases people and trolls people, and he put this tweet out just to spite me because I said that. Because his tweet, and I'll read it as boringly as it reads on Twitter. A bunch of us will be there. We have a number of exciting things to share. I have had to miss PAX East and West for over a year, so I am very excited to return. Like, Randy Pitchford tweeted that? I don't think he tweeted that. No way.
That was his intern.
It was his PR intern. Typing and clicking it away.
They said, Randy, you don't get to get on the Twitter anymore right now, okay? You're off the Twitter right now. Your intern's going to tweet for you.
And maybe this is the proof. Maybe this is when all the stuff's going to happen, because Randy sent out a bland tweet. Maybe his exciting tweet's for nothing. So he sends a bland tweet for
something big. Who knows? Maybe this is some weird Inception crap. We don't know. Or maybe it's just like Stephen King's The Dark Half. You know what I mean? So maybe
I don't know what you mean.
You don't know what you mean? Okay, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Needless to say, who can tell Randy's mind, okay? Who can tell?
Oh, man.
I'm just telling you, feel free to get hype if you want, but anybody that listens to this show and has listened to this show for a while, you guys got to understand, the hype train exploded and blew up, and it was dead, and it left our carcasses along the way. Tiny
Tina blew up our hype train, and I was the loader bots you kill on the way to killing Wilhelm, which is you, because Wilhelm's bald. And so we're both dead, and the hype train has exploded, and it's on the It's in that crevasse there.
We can't get there anymore. It's over.
You took our loot. You blew up my. I'm the surveyor drones. That's
there you
me. Go. Hey, I'm helping out, Eric. Oh, they shot me, and now you're dead.
Oh, it's over. Dang it. It's gonna either way. This works for me because one side of the coin, this is all real. Borderlands 3 is announced, and some of their other projects, plus whatever Gearbox Publishing is going to be up to, and we win. Hey, we get all sorts of cool new content that's coming out, maybe some cool trailers or visuals, anything. And we've got news, we've got some fun times. We get to get hyped and hop back onto a brand new train and get rolling all over again. Or B, we're already dead where we were, and now we just get to watch.
Pointing into the black void.
Yeah, that's where we're at, in the black void. And we get to watch all the internet guys and gals out there all start to crumble too. Because, some of them have crumbled and gone and come back. Some of them have been there the whole time. It's all entertaining for me. I win no matter which way this goes.
That's true. That's true. I will say on a more positive spin, I do hope Gearbox Publishing is there because that affords a lot of really interesting opportunities. Like, they wouldn't have done something like Fortnite, Subnautica, or anything with Hello Neighbor, anything like that. So I'm really hoping that the publishing arm kind of spreads their wings because we haven't heard a lot from them in a long time. So I hope this, if there's no Borderlands 3, no Brothers in Arms, 1v1 will be there 100% guaranteed. But if it's not anything big that the internet wants to see, I hope at least publishing goes in lots of really cool and interesting directions. Because I'm an indie guy. I love indies. I love really unique experiences, and I hope that's where they're starting to go. Because that can afford all kinds of cool opportunities for me specifically, and that's what I'm most excited about is things for me.
Well, I agree. I hope they get a couple B-tier titles and some indie titles, and I've told you guys on the show before, I would love to see them work with whomever on a Bulletstorm 2. Gosh, man.
People can fly.
That game is great. I love the feeling of the combat, the quickness of it all, the multi-kills, the combo system, how it all goes out. I enjoyed it. I loved it. I played through it several times. Once again, I don't play games several times. That's not how I operate. So for me to do that means I really like something. So there you go.
And a similar thing from my end, once I found those environmental kills or environmental combos you could do in the Anarchy stages that we had played through a few of them. I started going through all the individual little stages to try and trophy hunt. And I'm not a trophy hunter. So when I'm starting to trophy hunt, that game means something to me. And it sparks something in me. And just last week when we were talking about the Borderlands movement system and having to do something with that, the only image that sparks in my brain, a first-person shooter where you move around in a cool way, that's Bulletstorm. You're sliding, you're running, you're kicking, you're leaping. Well, you weren't leaping because there's no jump, but you could be leaping. That's it right there. So more of that would be 100% amazing.
Of course, they're probably not, however, because if I recall, People Can Fly, aren't they working on Witchfire or...
it was one of those, yeah.
One of those types of games. It was one of those games we saw way back a year ago. And we're just like, oh, that's pretty cool, sweet. It's not Bulletstorm, but awesome. And then haven't heard a word since. But I did look it up just a while ago, and it was still in production, still being made. So,
well, that's good.
But that's not to say they don't have some people working on the other. That they can't split teams. Who knows? Right. I'll live with a little bit of. That's my little hype moment. My little gem of hope for the Gearbox Publishing side. So I can have it. I can have that little piece. Dang it.
I'll keep that one tiny core in my heart for Brothers in Arms, something brotherly and arm related. I won't crush that seed of hope underneath my boot of despair. But yeah, Bulletstorm 2 would be amazing. Anything Brothers in Arms related, but it's going to be Project 1v1. It's going to be. They'll put like a Borderlands skin on it, but it'll still be Project 1v1. That's a rock hard guarantee right there. That's a cold kernel of truth from your boy Matt.
I agree. I think that it is a foregone conclusion because I feel like it's going to be their attempt at like the battle royale genre. I think they're going to put their
Instead of
spin
100,
on. Yeah,
we're going to
it's
strip
1v1,
it right down.
but it's going to be fast, like quick, just boom, 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 in these matches, in and out, just 1v1 going at it. And they're going to have the card system or whatever it is. They're going to have something in there to make it quick, but make it cool, make it unique, and I think they're going to try to compete in the battle royale genre with it, which would mean it needs to come out because that's right now. That's what everybody's doing.
And now, see, I think that could be really cool is if it was like Battle Royale style, but your 1v1 matches, it was like everybody had their quarter lined up on the arcade machine.
That's
like,
you're right.
Here's 100 people are in the lobby.
But
right now, it's
1-1.
Bill and Pete. Whoever loses,
boom,
the other person drops right in with
Go.
his little loadout. Next person in, out, in, out, in, out. I would play that because that would be pretty fun.
Or it's tiered. There's 50 matches going on, all in consecutive, but there's 100 of you in a lobby, and then boom, you win, and it's like waiting, and then as soon as the next match is done from that one, they just start all the way up to the last two battle royale, and it's quick, lightning fast, like we said, where they're just rolling in and going.
You could even crank like the round timers down. No rounds over 20 seconds. You got to find the guy and kill him, or it's a coin flip.
It's a coin flip. Yeah, or whoever damage. Yeah, whoever put most damage on character.
But if there's no damage, then it's a coin flip.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that would keep in the battle royale feel. All the matches are no more than 10-15 minutes. You're going. You're constantly going till you're out.
Because I think that would take away a lot of the bad points or the perceived bad points that I had with 1v1. Because I don't want to play, like, if you and I are playing and you're way better than me, I don't want to play against you for 3-4 minutes.
No.
I want, he killed me. All right, next match,
yep.
next player, next this, next that. Just pop, in and out. So I don't have time to be like, f***ing lost again. It's, boom, okay, well, who's this guy? I'm going to go try and find this guy. Maybe he's, now I'm up against Sartoodalus Boodala, and maybe I'm better than him.
Yep. And, of course, while you're in lobbies waiting or just chilling, that's when you can take your cards, try to build out your little build to make you better for the next time you play, so on and so forth, change it up. That'd be the unique spin, too, because in most of the Battle Royale games, you just drop in, grab whatever guns are laying around, and you go. Yeah, you have your favorites, but you get what you can find. Whereas in this, you could take those cards you're getting by winning the matches and doing whatever, and then you start to put together really specific builds that are awesome. And then maybe you find out that it doesn't work anymore because the meta changes, and then boom, you build out a new deck.
And that would make each of those 20-second matches totally unique. Because, I'm going up against this guy I've never seen before. Maybe he's got a super boost jump. Maybe he's got moon jump on.
Yep.
And he's got a grenade launcher. And I was expecting like akimbo SMGs.
Yeah, I was hoping
something.
for that, yep. And didn't get it, and so my build sucks. I lose. Ouch, go.
Yeah, like maybe rocket launcher takes up 5 slots of your build, but teeny baby like combat knife takes up 1, so you can get super fast move,
shield,
and super moon jump, and like a little barrier shield or something. That'd be totally awesome. And then every match, it's 20 seconds to figure out who this guy is and what he's doing.
Using.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I love that. That'd be cool.
Yeah, it would be pretty neat. There's possibilities for it. Will they pull it off? Will they make it work? Who knows? Who's to say, Matt? I don't know. We just threw out a $1 million idea for them. I can tell you that much.
That was perfect. We're gonna be like, hey guys, no announcements this time, and then 1v1 will come out 2 years later with exactly this spin on it.
Yeah.
You just watch. Randy Pitchford obviously listens to the show because he tweeted what he tweeted. Yeah,
it's there. We did it. There it is.
He's in it. He's in the pipeline.
We can sit back and relax. We just told you what's gonna happen at PAX East, right there.
God, I wasn't even excited
and
for this episode,
are.
and now we made it freaking exciing, especially for 1v1. I hated the demo of that. Now it's awesome.
Now it sounds great, right? Well, hopefully it is great. I don't want to see anything they do screw up or fail. So I hope whatever the spin they put on it, I hope it is similar to what we did or even better. They've got hundreds of people working for them, people who know what they're doing, people who are smart, people who put out great products in the past. Gotta have faith, Gotta have faith, and that's about as far as I can go because I don't want to get
no copyright flag.
Exactly.
Don't need George Michael putting ads on our YouTube video.
Yeah, nope.
Can't do it.
So are you guys excited for PAX East? Do you think the big old Borderlands 3 is going to be announced? Do you think it's all just a hype train for some other stuff? It's going to be a trick switch and bait on us? Let us know. I want to hear back. I want everybody to go, you guys are just meanie heads, and it's going to be Borderlands 3. And then, somebody else can be like, look, Submodel said it's Borderlands 3. Definitively. Y'all are just stupid because Submodel knows what's up. And then I'll say, well, how do you know Submodel knows what's up? Huh? Do you know that he's actually Randy from the future or that he's Randy Jr.? I don't know. Mm-hmm. Do you know? What am I missing here? I'm missing something.
I definitely agree. I want to hear your conjectures on it, what you think is actually going to happen, and what you think of our vision of 1v1, because that's the best vision
it did sound really
good
could
ever be.
Yeah.
And you can send that to us via email at info@thirdshift.me. You can tweet it at us at ThirdShiftME. I know you guys are on Twitter. I see you liking the show. You might as well respond and give me your feedback. And I don't even know what Facebook is because I deleted my account. But if you can find us on Facebook, which I can't because I literally can't do it anymore.
But I can. We're there.
Find us on Facebook.
I still look. I still look.
I used to. Every other week I'd be like, is there any... Did Bobby E not say no? Okay.
Hey, there's still some. I'm
just going to delete my account because Bobby E not didn't respond to our mailbag question we answered 2 weeks ago.
Dang it, Bobby! You son of a gun. That's all right.
He's the one who made me delete my account. Damn it.
We got some other things we do, right? Like a Patreon, things like that. Yeah. I don't know. If you like what we hear, what do we hear, Matt? I don't know what we hear. Do we hear anything?
I don't know what you hear, dude.
Well, the voices I
hear some weird things myself. So,
if you like what you hear, you can head over to our wonderful Patreon. And you know why? Because we treat it just like a tip jar, and you can go, hey, you guys did a wonderful job. I love that Project 1v1 prediction. I think it's glorious. I'm going to send Gearbox a cool little letter that I hand do, and then I draw little clap traps and smiley faces and hearts, and they're going to love it. They're going to put it on Twitter. They're going to send a picture, and they're going to say, we're going to do that, and it's going to be glorious. And then we'll get your $1 because you loved what we heard, and then we're going to be happy too because now we can buy more equipment, cool things to keep the podcast going and the lights on because guess what? When you put your podcast on the places, it costs money. That's cool. You're helping us pay for that. You guys are the best. If you cannot throw us a tip, that's all right too. You know what? We just appreciate love and adoration of any kind. A like on Facebook, thumbs up, follows, Twitter, iTunes, 5-star subscriptions, all that good stuff. Please consider doing all those things because it keeps us motivated. It keeps us wanting to do this, even though we would probably do it if nobody even listened. Because you know what? Hearing myself talk, oh, wow. What a joy. It's
the best in the world.
What a joy.
That 1v1 conversation, that would have been worth my time right now, even if there was no microphone.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I was just like shouting across the room to
yourself or your neighbor. Yeah. Doesn't matter.
If I had this conversation through the wall with Nick, that'd be even better than doing this podcast.
That's true. That would be hilarious. That's like an episode of Frasier right there.
Exactly. But, of course, this podcast drops every Friday, so we'll be back in your ear holes on the 8th of March for our very next episode. And you can find that episode on iTunes, on Stitcher, on Podbean, on Spotify, and on YouTube. And as I always say, if you like what we're doing and you'd like to help us out, please give us a like, a rating, review, a comment, a subscription, any kind of good thing on any one of those good services, because it does help us out. And we really do appreciate it.
We do indeed, and we appreciate those 5-star ratings. I haven't seen one in a while, so I know y'all are slacking. Everybody out there, you're over there just twiddling your little thumbs, playing on your stupid little phones. You know what? Take your stupid little phone, click the stupid little buttons, the clickety-clackers, head on over to iTunes, get Third Shift Me up there, and give us 5 stars and say, hey, these guys are great. Or 4 stars. I'll even take that. But if it's not anything but a 4 or 5 star, don't even do it. Don't even do it. You know why?
Just take your little clickety-clacker and throw it in the
just
garbage.
Throw it in the trash can and go jump off a bridge. Or maybe don't go that far. I don't want to say that because if somebody does it, then like somebody's mom will be like, that guy Eric on Third Shift told my son to jump off a bridge and he did it. And then I'm going to go to jail.
Cyberbullied him without even knowing his name or who he was.
Yep. Nope. So I redact that statement. And I just say throw your clackety-clacker in the trash like Matt said.
There you go.
Perfect. Because I ain't getting in trouble for throwing your phone away.
And hey, we always forget to plug it, but I'm on it, and you want to see me play Thronebreaker. You want to experience the joy that I have when I play that game. Join us on Twitch, twitch.tv/ThirdShiftMe. We don't have a schedule. We stream whenever we want. When we feel like it, when we don't feel like it, we'll just hang out. Look for that notification on your clackety-clacker because you didn't throw it away because you're a smart person who left us a 5-star review. When you see it pop up on your clackety-clacker, hit the I want to see that now button, and then you'll see me playing Thronebreaker. You see Eric playing Anthem. You'll see whatever we're doing. Maybe it's Ace Combat. Maybe it's just me picking my nose and
maybe it's Torchlight Frontier when that finally comes out. Because I'm going to be talking about that soon. So, there's a little hook and sinker. You want to hear about Torchlight Frontiers? Pay attention to some IG2G suckers. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. Well done, Eric.
Yes, indeed. And I do say get over to Twitch and watch us play and have a good time. And I'll be up there pretty darn soon. I keep waiting for my package to get here that has my speakers that did not come today. Again, I don't know what's going on. I thought it was supposed to be here Tuesday.
You got like the most ghetto hobo Amazon shipping person. This is like the guy in like the creepy white van.
all the time. Yes. You're always like, I love Amazon. My stuff's here the next day. And I'm like, what are you talking about? My stuff doesn't show for like 3 weeks most of the time. I have no idea where
you got like Juan Valdez in an old burrow at your post office. This is going out to... Oh, okay, I'll get over there in a week. You got like Slowpoke Rodriguez, Speedy Gonzalez's cousin. That's just.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's got to be because nothing ever gets here on time. It's crazy. But I digress. I'll be on there. Soon, and it's gonna be a great time. So please consider watching us, checking us out, throwing us the follows. We're working our way up, trying to have a good time with it. Hey, you can have a good time with us. How about that?
That's right. And until you do have that good time with us and you hear us again on Twitch or on this podcast, there's nothing else to say but...
Do not
don't
forget to save.
Shut up and sit down.